least one person that I am talking to. It probably will be quiet at this time due to other creatives working hard in their studios and doing wonderful things. I'm thinking of Lynn. I know Lynn from Ellen J Goods. She'll be live at the moment, and I'm normally live, as you all know, as a premiere at 8 o'clock UK time, and I haven't been present for the last 2 weekends. And I've come to explain myself really. And I've titled the video, You Are My People. And the reason I titled it that is a problem shared is sometimes a problem halved, I suppose. The last couple of weeks have been quite rough, and I'll explain that, and that's why I'm not here. I didn't know whether to do this video really. It's a tough shout for me to bring a lot of... I do try to be as honest as possible with my life and what's happening, and sometimes things are not easy to bring to the camera, and this is certainly not one of those things that I found easy to bring here, but I just wanted to explain my absence really and why. So I can see lots of you jumping on. That's really kind. I can see the hearts coming, so that's really super kind. You are my people. I'm just going to say it that way. You are my people, and I am yours. So yeah, so some of you may have caught my live just as I returned back from Italy, and we had the most amazing holiday in Italy. It was super beautiful. I came back so inspired, on top of the world with what we'd seen, and I was ready and raring to go. As you all know, before I left, I'd done 3 videos of Thrift Your Own Home. They were flying, absolutely flying. A new audience was coming in with the old Painted Love audience. Lots of people that were inspired by the upcycles that I was doing, and I was happy to continue with that. That felt really good. So I'm going to explain it. It's going to all sound very cryptic because there'll be things that I cannot say on camera in fear of making a wrong move, probably legally. So I've got to be quite careful. So I'm going to be kind of stop-start in my explanation. So if you did catch that live when I got home, as we returned home, we walked into our property and found an awful lot of damage in our garden. Said damage has been done by one of the neighbours. I'm just going to say one of the neighbours, and I'm sorry to the other neighbours that may watch this if they ever do. I'm not sorry to the person who has done what they've done, and I know that they're watching, so that's another whole thing. So we have, you've all probably seen parts of the house and the garden. We have a house that was built in 1912 by an amazing architect, a very famous local architect. There are 4 of this house in a row, and back in the 1930s, it used to be pasture land. It used to be farmland around. So we had cattle that would have lived around the house. It was on its own. But back in the 80s, there was a hedge planted in our garden, and it went through everybody's garden in this row. And that hedge is now 85 years old. And we have one each side of the garden, and we've maintained them, and they look absolutely beautiful. All of the gardens have the same height hedge. So they just look wonderful. Needless to say, we came back to the property 3 weeks on Monday at 11:30 in the evening to walk into the garden to find that a huge portion of that hedge had been removed, and at at least 2 feet taken off the top and down the back side of it, which is structurally damaged. The hedge is now falling into our property. There's huge chunks missing. So yes, I am immensely sad for the hedge and myself, because we worked hard to maintain a beautiful property, and it hurt. It really hurt. There are other things that have happened prior to this. I don't even know if I can say it, but this person has made threats towards my husband previously, which was reported, and for no reason, of course. Let's just say, imagine if you lived in a house next door to us. We have no children. We have a cat. Cats don't make much noise. We've never had a party in this house. We haven't got much family. We are on our own, really. I've just got one brother. And the only noises we've ever made in this house are trimming the hedge, cutting the grass, my general noise that I make in my studio. So that has been, I think we are the prime best neighbours that you could possibly have. And that's me kind of being a little bit big-headed about it. I think we are great neighbours. We maintain our property, we look after our home, and we care about it an awful lot. So, hello, I can see people coming on. Hi, Becky. So, yes, you can imagine for somebody to take something that's 85 years old, to me is an integral part of the house and the home that we live in. It was a bit of a shock, and it's knocked my confidence. It kind of has zapped my creative ability on so many levels, one of which being I do not feel comfortable so much walking in the garden, because we now have this gaping hole, and my studio's in the garden, so it has prevented me from working, which not only is the damage cost us, it's also costing me from not being with you guys, because I'll be honest, this is part of my income. I'm a hairdresser part week, and the other half of my income comes from you guys, just purely from subscribing, enjoying, passing comments, and going through those annoying adverts. I know. And whenever I watch other creators, I'm happy to watch those adverts, because I know that minuscules, and I mean less than a penny, each time one of those adverts come, it basically pays the creator, the person that ultimately works hard to bring you some lovely positivity at the other end. And that affects me financially as well. So that's a whole nother thing. I am going to say, on a positive note, because it sounds all very doom and gloom, and thank you for the hearts, that's really kind. This person who will be watching, you won't win. You won't win. The truth is, I am resilient, I am strong. I've been probably through more ups and downs in my life than I dare to remember. And we are strong, and we will pull through the other side. And I won't let it stop me from this weekend. It's not stopping me, no matter what. If I have to film in silent and do voiceovers in the house, I will be here, because you are my people. So that is where I'm at. That is why I've been so quiet. Lots of things happening, and it's been challenging at best, emotionally draining. And I know that other people go through things like this, and some people, you know, from the outside, they would probably go, it's just a hedge. It's just a hedge, you know. But it's so much more than that to us. The garden won the second best garden in the village just prior. I was promising to share that with you guys. And we was going to do it when we came home. And yeah, it's not worth showing anybody right now until we get the solution, I think we will probably have to remove the hedge because we don't know just how much damage it's had. I will try, I should read the comments now because alive, the comments vanish. So if anybody wants to put something really pressing to me, come out of this live, go back in and find the live and message me there, because then I will catch up with the comments afterwards because I don't read very well, you all know that. And I'm looking there, I can see install cameras. Yeah, we know that. We do know that. That's been the advice. For my own security, I now have a gaping hole which anybody could walk through. So yes, I think that is a wise decision. I understand how these things work. 85-year-old plants. I'm reading, sorry. Yeah, it is horrible. It's horrible on a whole nother level and unnecessary. I don't know where it's come from. It definitely, from my part, is an act of malice. There is other things that have happened prior to this which have been targeted at me and my husband. And yeah, I think it's a pure act of malice. And I don't want to see, I know this person's watching, and I think as well, I don't know if anybody was on, I've had 2 lives now, and it could be, I'm going to say it could be a whole load of new people jumping into the algorithm, but I had a couple of lives prior to going away which had some very strange comments on it, and some of you might remember if you was watching that live, and it threw me. It was quite toxic in its nature. And of course it could be anyone. This is a big world. It could be anyone. And looking back, you kind of think, what was that? Because I've never had that. But of course, it can be anyone. Anyway, I won't go into that too much either. So yeah, that's what's happened. We will pull ourselves together, pull our socks up, and do what we need to do and get on. Get on and move on with our lives. And, the hedge is done. It won't be replaced, I don't think, or fixed. I'm not sure. That's just a matter of time. But what needs to happen is I need to pull my socks up and be with my people. And that is you guys who have supported my journey for so long. And I know there's lots of new people here. And I'm truly grateful for you to be here. And this is something that I don't do very often. I've talked about a few things that have been personal in my life. And I did that because I thought it's a sense of connection with people. My losses, which we've had lots. We've had an awful lot of losses in our time, me and my husband. I am 90% no family, maybe more, 99% no family. And so we understand what pain is. This is a different kind of pain. It's a sadness for this house that we probably will leave in the next 10 years, but I feel sad for the house. The house didn't deserve that, and without no prior warning at all. So, yeah, it is what it is. And this video is not to encourage incitement for hate for anybody, because my faith does not power me that way. I think the world has got a lot of darkness in it anyhow, without inciting anyone to be angry with anyone. My anger is at bay, and I will live with the consequences and move forward. What my intentions are to bring joy and happiness to other people, and that is why I'm here now, because that is really tough to do. I'm human, so when I'm hurt and I'm feeling that way, it's hard to be creative. And through my losses, I've powered on through. It's a different kind of pain. it allowed me to be creative and it helped me. This has just floored me a little bit. So I wanted to explain that to you guys. It's just, yeah, the world can be quite cruel sometimes, and people in it can be quite cruel for no apparent reason. And yeah, this place is not, it's not for anyone to get angry on my behalf. This is not what this message is about. It's just to let you know how I'm feeling and why I'm not here. Whilst we're speaking about that, you know, about the world and how tough it is, you know, I think creativity is such a natural healer, and it's done me the power of good over the years through my traumas. And it will continue to do that. I won't let that, anything that's happened really spoil that long term. And the internet, and because I've been sat feeling sorry for myself, watching an awful lot of YouTube, and there's a lot of powerful things that can kind of influence us in lots of different ways. And so that's something that stood out to me this week. I don't want to get political, that's not what I'm here for, but just things like the death of Charlie Kirk. I know that is, whether you're right wing or left wing, whatever you are, what I see there is just dreadful. And I don't, personally, my own beliefs, I don't think you have to be left or right for this to understand that there's something greater going on there, which is wrong. It's very wrong. And, you know, I've just got my strong faith, and I will continue to have that, and say my prayers every night, and pray for good people, just good people that you need that help and guidance. So that's what I would ask from you. Send some prayers. Send some prayers just to wish us well to getting back to where we need to be. And I will do the same for some other people. I'm losing my way on this conversation. I think I'm going to stop there because I could go further and I don't really need to. And I'm going to try. I did start a project. I got halfway through. I will say this, so I'm going to say this on sort of like a positive note to any other creator and take away all of my woes. I started a project with great intentions, and that project, it's a furniture project, every little step along the way, it went wrong. It didn't feel right, and that's why I stopped, because how I was feeling was reflecting in the work, which I knew it would come down the camera to you guys. So that project is stopped midway. I probably will pick it back up and try and start from where I was and explain that at the top of the video. I don't even want to share the footage. I think it just totally reflected my feelings at that moment in time. So that I just cannot bring myself in that moment to get myself up. But I will be all right, don't worry, I'm going to be all right. We did go shopping, and for some thrift items, didn't find much, but I'm going to share what I did find, and it's the small joys in life. I found this beautiful picture for just £1.50. Look at that. And I thought I'd bring it in to share with you, because that brings me joy. Something that has got real age. I think it probably would have had a jug and bowl, and it's white, it's beautiful. It may even showcase in this piece of furniture when I come to the end, because I think that's the truth, isn't it? Creativity reflects how you feel, and when I get back to that project, I am going to allow my creativity to show not only myself, but said person, that the end result will be beautiful, because that's what happens in life, doesn't it? You know, where there's stormy waters, there's always somewhere calm and beautiful at the other side, isn't there? You get to the other side, and I will get to the end of that project and complete it, and it will be beautiful, and hopefully it will reflect how I'm feeling. So yeah, I will do that. I've also got my IOD artisans work to do, and I've decided I think it will be a memory box for my mum, so I'm going to power through with some positive emotion, love. You know, love will draw me through. So anyway, I am not going to talk anymore because that has already been too long. All that I would ask for is if anybody wants to leave me another comment, because of all your lovely comments are going to go up, and I will not go back in this live to read them. If you want to leave me a message, just leave me one. Come out of this video, go back in and leave me a message. Remember, it's my platform is a kind place. I don't want this message was not to incite anybody for anger. All I would say is God bless that person, and you know who you are. And I will read through the messages, and in the meanwhile, please go and find another video, something that might go back. I've got 150 videos in total. Scan down through my channel, just watch a video. Even if you don't watch it, click on it, go and cook your evening meal, let it run, because those adverts will come through and it will pick up my algorithms, which was doing so very well before I went away, and it was flying high, and now it's plummeted, and it's so hard because I work really hard to bring beautiful things to the world, and now it's kind of plummeted, like my emotion feels. That's gone with it as well. And so if you'd be kind enough to just take a look through my back catalogue, you may find you may watch the same video again, and you may learn something new from that video. Go ahead and try and find something that interests you, and either watch it or leave it running. It will really, really help my channel, and it will help me. It'll emotionally pick me up. Anyhow, I'm going to tune out, and I will endeavour to be filming next Sunday, ready for Wednesday evening. And none of this, it will be a joyful place I will get through. And I just want to send my huge appreciation to anybody that's watching this, and my love, and thank you. You are my people. I will catch you all next week. Take care, everyone.